Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom. It's very warm here in the UK, which is a nice change. And I thought we'd take a look at the Skull and Bones official reveal again. This is a game that I think everybody's been waiting for news since it was. When was it announced? 2015? Did they announce it? No, before then. I mean, it's been at least 5 years, right? It was Assassin's Creed Black Flag, one of my personal favourites, which I think was 2013 when that came out. So, yeah, we've been waiting for this a long time. We finally have a new reveal. This happened last night at time of recording. I've not watched it yet. I've not seen anything about it. I just thought I'd keep away and do a reaction video and just see. This looks like it's going to be an hour long. So there might be edited. We might do the full thing. Who knows? We'll see how interesting this is. Hopefully there's a lot to show. Hopefully it's looking good because the idea sounded great back then. But let's just jump straight in. This should be ready to go, and we'll see. Let's see what Ubisoft have been cooking up for us, because let's be honest, they've not been making great stuff over the last few years. Certainly looking at the Assassin's Creed series as a sort of point marker of the quality of Ubisoft. They've lost their way. Hopefully this will energize me a little bit with what they're doing. But let's take a look. Let's see how this starts. My commentary will be over the top of it. Look. Should be about to start. Here we go. So this is basically the Ubisoft version of State of Play, I believe.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first Ubisoft Forward for Skull and Bones. I'm Yusuf, your captain for today. Our main show will start shortly, and we'll reveal brand new gameplay of Skull and Bones.
Right, okay, we might skip all this.
We wanted to get you in the mood to set sail.
Why do they do this? Just present the Skull and Bones. Let's see what this is though. Pretty sure you don't use chisels and wood in modern video game making. Is this gonna be interesting? Are we just watching a guy carve a ship out of a block of wood? Yeah, okay, so we can probably jump to about here. It's pretty cool though. Big ahead for a pirate ship. Suitably menacing. We've got 3 minutes of this. I think we can skip all this as well. Let's just get to Skull and Bones, eh? Get to the interesting bits. It's not actual gameplay. We're starting with the CGI trailer.
It decides where you belong and what you're worth.
It's already Assassin's Creed vibes, or Black Flag vibes.
But you can chart a new course.
He's a stowaway. Future captain, I would guess.
And even when death seems a certainty,
Maybe it's just a power
do
monkey.
not give up. On the shores of a new world, you awaken.
Interesting. Is
more
this
determined than ever
more
to
narrative
carve
focused?
a life of your choice. Fighting under our own flag, we will take what's ours. Together, we will take on the world.
I really hope they make the crew a huge part of it.
Society may have rules, but today, you decide where you belong and what you're worth.
Is that a nod to co-op or a nod to
Now
having a
choose.
fleet?
Will you live as pawns or die as pirates?
Pirates every time, right? What's Ubisoft's fascination with yellow? So it's out this year, so we hear nothing about it for years, and then it's suddenly dropping. Is that a good thing?
Live as a pawn or die as a pirate? You best believe it's the pirate's life for me. My name is
Nice.
Yusuf, and welcome to the worldwide gameplay reveal of Skull and Bones. And oh yes, we do have a launch date. The game is coming November 8th, 2022. And
Okay.
joining me today on the deck of this gorgeous ship is world producer Vanessa Siao. Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, Yusuf. Hi, everyone.
And game director Ryan Bernard. Hey, Ryan.
How's it going, Yusuf? Hello, everyone.
Now, Vanessa, we just got our first look at the new Skull and Bones, and it looks like things have changed quite a bit. What can you tell us about this new direction?
How do
Yes,
people feel about
our
this
team has been
format?
working really hard, and we are so proud to present what you see in the game today. Forget everything you know about the traditional pirate fantasy. Skull and Bones is taking a darker, grittier approach with our new game direction.
Okay.
We wanted to reimagine what pirates were really like, drawing inspiration from the Indian Ocean during the golden age of piracy.
Interesting.
So you start as a survivor of a shipwreck, right? Washed up on an unknown, mysterious, exotic location. This is a world where everything and everyone wants you dead. And for ordinary people like you and me,
So,
the
Assassin's
only
Creed.
way to survive is to become a pirate. And once you've chosen that life of piracy, there's no turning back.
Ooh, there's no turning back for me. I've already chosen the life of piracy. Well, what does that entail exactly?
Well, the world of Skull and Bones is ruthless. You'll come face to face with its many dangers, from vicious hippos and crocodiles to violent storms, pirate hunters, powerful corporations, and even the mutiny of your very own crew. So
Black
every time you
Flag,
set
but then
sail, it's
Black
going
Flag
to be
was
an
the
unpredictable
perfect pirate
experience.
simulator if you wanted to play it that
Okay,
way.
okay. I'm making a note right now. Keep the crew happy. Right. But
Crew are definitely
Ryan,
a big
obviously
mechanic.
a pirate is nothing without their ship. How do we go about building our fleet?
True. Well, Skull and Bones is an open world, or more aptly, open sea pirate experience, right?
No.
So you start the game, you basically have nothing. You have a
Ubisoft
small
open
ship,
world
which
is
we call the
ridiculous.
Dhow, a basic
They don't know
spear
how
in
to
order
do it
to
anymore.
fend off this wildlife that's coming after you. And really, as you progress, you'll need to collect the things you find
Free.
in the world and gather them. As you do, contracts for the pirates you come across. Doing that will grow your infamy, which will give you access to new blueprints or designs and allow you to craft new ships, different weapons.
Oh, it's a
different armors,
survival
and
game,
that's
isn't
how
it?
you build your fleet in the game, Yusuf. So eventually you'll be
You may
able
have
to
just
rule
checked
the
out.
seas.
Check me out.
Okay, I like that. Building my fleet, ruling the seas. Sign me up for that. I want that. I want the thundering cannons, sinking ships. The
We
whole
need
nine
to stop
yards.
this open world
You know,
fantasy
between us,
that
give me the
Ubisoft
insider
want
tips
to
here.
do.
How do I make sure I'm the most feared pirate on the ocean?
Well, I mean,
An open world
the
isn't
short
just
answer
a
is
world
to
with
get
loads
good
of
at
nothing.
games. But really, seriously, the naval combat is at the core of Skull and Bones pirate experience, right? And we aim to have best-in-class naval combat. So we want it to be
that
visceral,
even mean?
fast-paced, rewarding. And we do that, part of the way we do that is to offer the player a wide variety of different weapon choices, which you unlock through infamy. So you've seen cannons, for instance, but we also have Greek fire. We
So you
have
have to
explosive
grind
mortars.
and
We have
grind
bombards which you can
resources
lob
and
onto the
infamy.
decks of the enemy players and sink their ships. And that'll allow our
This is
players
gonna
the
be like
creativity to combine
Conan's
different weapon
Exiles.
types,
The
different armor
Exiles,
types,
the,
and different ship types
the survival
to give them
MMO.
the best chance of success while they're out at sea pirating.
So the Greek fire that you just mentioned is actually pretty cool. So with
yeah.
leather armor, you know, kitted out on your brig, well, I have to admit that I do get satisfaction watching other ships burn.
Wait, that sounds so cool. I want to light other ships on fire. How do I do that?
Greek fire.
Okay, so
just said.
as our pyromaniac has explained here, the Greek fire is one of the weapons you have. Also, the ship she mentioned and the armor are things that you will unlock through gaining infamy in our progression
This is very
system.
scripted.
So, of course, classically, pirates were all about their name, right? You were nobody without your name. And our progression system is the same. We call it infamy. So as you have success in the game and you progress,
Yeah,
and your name
we
is going to be known throughout the Indian Ocean,
mentioned this.
and pirates from further and further away are going to want to offer you more and more dangerous jobs with bigger and bigger payout,
I'll come
which
for
will
your
give you
life.
access to better rewards in the game. So the name of the game is Raise Your Infamy, and you'll have better opportunities.
Ooh, okay.
They
So
said
I'm imagining the
unlock
road to
stuff
infamy
in
is
the
going to
game.
be tough and lonely. But
There's going to
it
be a
doesn't have to
store
right?
attached to this.
True.
Because it's
So
Ubisoft.
first off, I mean, everything in Skull and Bones can be played solo, but at our core, we are a social game, right? With the dev team, we look at everything through the lens of co-op. We want to ensure that things like taking on the big pirate hunters
There it
or
is.
privateers or taking on a fort in the game is more
It's basically
rewarding
Destiny
and actually
2
easier when you play with other
Pirate
players, right?
Simulator.
So we can say that really the best way to play Skull and Bones is with friends.
Now, here's the important question.
Sure.
Can I team up with my friends and hunt other players?
Of course you can.
Yeah, we can team up against Ryan.
Okay, so this happens far too much in our internal tests, okay? So you can, as a player, choose to opt into a PvP server, in which case you will be able to shoot another players.
Opt in.
Sometimes in our weekly tests, that happens far too often to certain people with the team trying to take them out with this vast array of weapons. But so I can say for certainty that the best way to play is to have players with you to watch your back.
But you
know,
don't have to
I
have the
can't
PvP
wait to get on these
stuff.
PvP servers because
Which
I
is
wanna
good.
hunt specifically you, Ryan.
Because that,
Okay.
Putting a target on your back
that whole
right
thing
now.
just
I'm
pisses me
accepting all
off when you
applications
grind
that
up
come
to
my
a certain point and then
but
just get
Vanessa, Ryan, thank you
it's
so
a
much for
gameplay
joining
loop
us.
that I
Thank you,
don't
sir.
enjoy.
And for everyone watching at home, you've heard us talk about Skull and Bones. It's now time to show you Skull and Bones. Here's the world premiere of our gameplay.
Okay, I hope this looks good, gameplay-wise, because otherwise, I'm kind of checking out.
Welcome to Skull and Bones.
I'd rather play
Our
Sea of
game
Thieves.
takes place during the golden age of piracy,
basically the same
in a
thing as
world
this.
inspired by the beautiful yet dangerous Indian Ocean. You'll start your journey as an outcast, whose goal is to become the most infamous pirate to sail these
Ships
treacherous
have a lot of
waters.
cosmetic-y additions, by the looks of it.
After surviving a
It's a
shipwreck,
survival sim.
you begin your adventure in St. Anne, one of the pirate dens in our world. Dens are centers of pirate activity, where you can craft new ships and equipment, provision for your expeditions at sea, pick up contracts, and socialize with other players.
You have to
Any
socialize
pirate
with the
worth their
players.
salt will tell you that preparation is key to success. Get ready for any challenges that come your way by checking that your cargo is stocked with items like food and ammunition. Once you're set, it's time to head out and explore. As a rookie pirate,
Is there
you'll
shanties?
only have access to a small dhow. But as you progress, you'll be able to craft different ships, each with their own unique playstyle. At sea, you'll need to pay close attention to the condition of your ship and the morale of your crew. Your crew are a pack of vicious raiders and rovers who will mutiny against you if not kept well-fed and happy. If your ship sinks, you'll lose some progress and respawn at the
There you
nearest
go.
discovered den or
You'll lose
outpost.
progress.
The good news is that most of your cargo will be recovered, and you'll have the opportunity to retrieve the rest from the wreckage. But you'd better be quick, as other players can also steal it.
Dark Souls loop. It's not a gameplay loop that I love.
As a pirate captain, your reputation is everything, and our game tracks this through infamy. The higher your infamy, the more opportunities you'll get. One of the many ways to grow your infamy is to take up contracts. These are deals that you can make with other pirates in
How
the
do
world.
people feel about this so
Contracts
far?
can
I'm guessing
have
more,
great rewards
like
if
you've
you're
seen this
successful,
before I have.
or costs if you fail.
But
You can also gain infamy by completing other activities, such as exploration, plundering, treasure hunts, investigations, dynamic events,
Is this just
and much more.
survival
You can
sim
undertake
Assassin's
these
Creed
either
Black
solo
Flag?
or with other players. The world of Skull and Bones is filled with riches and resources that you'll be able to gather as you explore. Lagoons and rivers are teeming with dangerous wildlife that you can hunt for animal skins and meat.
Just to see.
You'll also be able to harvest a variety of raw materials, such as ore and wood,
don't know if
that can
it
be
looks
refined and
amazing.
used for crafting. Crafting is an essential activity for you to progress as an infamous pirate.
And the
Obtain
harvesting from an
blueprints
island looks
and
like you
use
just
your refined
park next to a
resources to craft
tree
stronger
and it
ships,
just magically
weapons,
falls down.
and armors. In Skull and Bones, ships serve many different purposes. Cargo ships are slower, but useful if you need to transport large volumes of loot. Navigation ships sail faster, but have less cargo space and lower hull HP. Firepower ships have more gun ports, allowing you to deal higher damage, but are more challenging to maneuver. Similarly, you can craft a wide array of unique weapons and armors, from Greek fires to giant ballistae to rocket launchers and mortars, as well as different armor types, which have varying strengths and weaknesses against incoming attacks.
From a generic
With your new
survival
fleet
sim
and growing
gameplay
arsenal,
idea,
create a loadout
setting it
based
in a
on your
pirate
personal
world is
playstyle
pretty
to
cool.
become a force of destruction.
And you can play it solo, but it doesn't look like there's going to be
Out in the open ocean,
campaign.
opportunities and threats are abundant.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Use your
This is early on in
spyglass to
this.
identify lucrative trade routes or wealthy merchant ships and assess your prey's cargo
Are
and
these
firepower.
CPU
Strategize a plan of
or
attack based on your opponent's defenses and take advantage of their weak points to deal
other
more
players?
damage.
I'm guessing these can
Sinking
be
your
like
foes from
NPC
afar
ships.
rewards you with only a portion of their cargo, as some of it will be lost to the depths.
Oh, you've got to get
Getting
in there and board.
close to execute a boarding maneuver will help maximize your gains.
This is just what Black
But
Flag was.
beware, you can turn from predator to prey in a heartbeat
With more
if you
inventory
attract
management
the
by the sounds of it.
unwanted attention of privateers, the merciless pirate hunters that patrol the seas.
So they're
If
probably
you enjoy the thrill of the hunt,
a mix
you
of
can also
computer
seek out
and
other
player
players
combat.
and rain terror on them. Such PvP battles are high-stakes activities that can be rewarding if you emerge victorious.
Does this look better than Black Flag though?
From your spoils of battle, personalize your individual look with outfits that
And this
command
is where
respect.
the store comes in.
You can also select from a multitude of ship customization
Man, I'm pretty down on
options
this,
to
aren't I?
instill fear in your
I don't
enemies.
know why I shouldn't. I should be more open-minded, but everything I'm hearing isn't
With the
thrilling
wind in
me.
your sails, journey to the furthest reaches of the Indian Ocean, from the coast of Africa to the East Indies.
A game like this is going to depend on how much
Encounter
support they give it for
extreme
the
weather
future.
events like violent storms and monstrous rogue waves.
Like, on launch,
Keep your
there'll
eyes
probably be a
peeled
lot of
for
players.
outposts, which are safe spots where you'll be able to dock
But
your
after
ship for a short rest
2
from
months?
the perilous seas. Here, you
That's
can
when it's
trade
gonna
with
come into
traveling
play, see how
merchants
much
and
depth there is in the
clandestine
game.
smugglers selling rare and illegal goods. Uncover buried bounties at outposts as you decipher
exploration
treasure
side
maps
could be
obtained
really good.
through your voyages.
I always
Although
did like
all
that
the
bit.
content in Skull and Bones can be done solo, you might enjoy ruling the seas with your friends.
They're
While
gonna try and
sailing,
push you
you
to
can
co-op,
also
aren't they?
easily invite other pirates you encounter to group up. Synergize your different playstyles, ships, and weapons to defeat deadlier enemies. As you grow stronger, take on more difficult challenges, such as attacking forts and plundering settlements. And, if you're bold enough, engage in dynamic events, like taking down heavily laden merchant ships and their fleet of warship escorts.
It's Assassin's Creed, isn't it?
Now, it's up to you to write your own story. Remember, there is no one path to follow, no one way to play. The world of Skull and Bones is yours to discover.
I Have they put in their best foot forward with this reveal?
Woo! Okay, that was a lot. Did you get it all? Let's recap. We got pirate dens, crafting, customization, naval combat, tons of ships and weapons, infamy, co-op, PvP, world events, and so much more. And that's not it, y'all. Here to give us a sneak peek at what to expect from Skull and Bones post-launch is our game's quest director, Terry
This
Hahn.
is the
Hey, Terry.
crucial bit.
Hello, Youssef. Hello, everybody.
Now, Terry, what can we expect from Skull and Bones post-launch?
Well, as a live multiplayer game, our team is dedicated to deliver the best open world pirate experience
All the
for our
Ubisoft
players.
buzzwords in one
With the Skull and
presentation.
Bones team, we are committed to provide fresh new content, not just in the coming months, but for many years to come. After release,
Okay.
we'll have a lineup
See how long
of
that
new
lasts.
content, and these are all free for our players. These include
All
in-game war
free.
events ranging from bigger, deadlier challenges that you can take as a group, to smaller team events, ships, weapons, furniture, and many more.
Oh, free content for all players. I love to hear that,
Yeah,
Terry.
that's good.
Tell me a little bit more about these challenges.
So you can expect to not just engage with the local factions, but also with big corporations like the company Royale, who has really strong bombard weapons. So you really need to watch out for that. Aside from that, you also work with kingpins to smuggle and steal valuable cargoes, or even go on a raid with your friends to a nearby settlement or fort, or even engage with dynamic events where you can board merchant ships stealing valuable cargoes along the trade routes.
Sounds like it's going to get
Okay,
boring
sounds like
pretty
there's a ton
quickly.
of content coming post-launch. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Terry, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Youssef.
Let's have
And to
events
everyone
where it's the
watching,
same
don't go
gameplay
anywhere. There's
over
still
and
a
over
ton
and
of
over and
content
over
coming in
again.
our post-show. But before
hope
then,
they
we're
get
going to
that
check in
down.
with our community
Boarding and
developer,
combat
Alessi
as good as
Cretton,
Black Flag.
who's going to introduce us to the official community live stream, The Deck.
Okay, so they're really
Thank you,
going hard
Youssef,
on this.
And thank you so much to all of you for being here with us today. Over the past few months, we've been working very closely with our community to refine our game. And as we gear up to launch, we'll be doing more of this. We will have hands-on opportunities in the coming months, so
Okay,
register
that's
your
good.
interest at our website, skullandbonesgame.com.
Definitely worth a
Speaking of
shot
which,
if you want
the
to play
insider
this.
program
I'll do
is
it.
also in full swing. If you like what you saw
Nice.
today and want to help us, go and sign up. All you
Okay,
have to do if
that's
you're
good.
selected is play the game regularly, and if you want, share your feedback with us.
That's
Last
cool.
but not least, today we're also kicking off The Deck, our official community live stream. We want to bring the people behind the game direct to you. Think streamers, YouTubers, role players, community leaders meet and chat with our developers, our artists, or producers. Basically,
Okay,
all the
that's
people
cool.
who
I
work
like
their
that side
magic
of
on
it.
this game and can't wait to hear from you.
Definitely the
That's happening
social
right now with
community
Brian as the
push.
first
That's
guest,
good.
so stay tuned and enjoy.
It's happening now. We're only halfway through. Are they going to include that live stream? Technical error. Oh, okay. I wasn't for long. This is going to be the deck thing, isn't it?
Hello again and welcome to The Deck. Today we are officially kicking off the first of our community live streams with a special episode during which
Do
we'll
we
showcase
wanna
more
cover
of Skull and
this?
Bones gameplay. Ryan and I will take you through a high-level concept and show you how the game mechanics work once you've explored and progressed through the game.
This is like half an
We'll show
hour.
you some of the ship customization, but also and more importantly, some good old plundering.
We'll
One
have a
more thing
look.
Before I let you all discover it, keep in mind that the team here is still working very hard on the game. So everything you see is very much
Yeah.
a work in progress and
It's-
still subject to change.
This is probably
Now kick
beta
back, enjoy
gameplay.
yourselves, and don't forget to let us know what you think.
But they want to
Hey
launch
Ryan,
it soon.
how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Alexi. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So what are we doing here? What's happening?
We are
This
in
shows-
Telek Panjara, which is the second pirate den that our players will come across in Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. We're playing Skull and
We
Bones.
are playing. We are actually playing Skull and Bones. So
I-
we are going to
the
take
lighting
a
is
contract, one of
okay.
our quests,
The
if you will,
Characters
to
look
go,
a bit.
basically help out the local faction here, the Rampa, against the evil DMC.
I don't
And
think we're gonna-
to
I don't think I want to watch this and record it. I'll watch this on my own time because this might be a little bit boring. Let's jump to that screen. Oh. Ooh. What do people think about that, hey? Gonna lose these. As someone who wanted this game to basically be Black Flag fully on the open seas, it looks like that's what we've got. So from that point, that's cool. I'm more of a campaign guy. I'm not that big on multiplayer. I enjoy multiplayer, certainly playing with friends and co-op stuff. I've got no problem with that. The real reason that I didn't get into Sea of Thieves was just because, and Red Dead 2 Online, was just because the social environments, certainly at launch, were just trash. And there isn't enough of a story there at the time that I checked them out to keep me interested. That's my worry with this. Grind for ships, grind for infamy, storage management. And it looks like the ship combat and the boarding and the sailing is going to be the same as Black Flag, which is an 8-year-old game. I wasn't overly impressed with the graphical presentation of this, considering we're in an age that is now, you know, the base standard has to be a PS5 and a Series X, Series S. So but this was being developed. Xbox, I think they started development for this just as the Xbox One PS4 launched. So this is probably going to be on old platforms. It probably tells you somewhere in here. I've not seen. I was looking forward to this. I'm not that impressed. It seems to be a pirate game made by Ubisoft with all the same pitfalls as Ubisoft usually bring in. Like the open world, the ridiculous questy stuff where you've got to grind and grind and grind and grind and grind, and the grind is the most important part of the game, and they'll sell you boosters to boost your grind. And there's obvious options where they will sell you cosmetics. The free content post-launch, that's good. I like that. If the content's good, you can even put a price on it, but it doesn't. I wanted a single player pirate game where you can just go and be a pirate and pirate things. You know? I don't think that's what this is. It's screaming survival multiplayer to me. Maybe not as hard as things like Valheim and stuff like that. Definitely getting the Destiny kind of play solo, play with your friends vibe. The opt-in PvP is good because there'll be people who won't want to do PvP all the time, like me. I can't say I'm that impressed with this. I might be being very harsh. I think the best way to really feel something like this is to play it. Be that at launch, and I'm going to sign up for the community stuff. Because I do want this game to be good, and if they've got the gameplay loop right, and it feels hopefully improved, but at least as strong as Black Flag's pirating gameplay loop felt, you could put some hours into this and have fun. Certainly with friends and a few beers. For me, this isn't something that I'm going to focus all my time on. I don't think. I'd need to see more, and I think we will see more over the coming months. It's due out in November, which is very soon. We're what, 5 months away? 4 months away. Exactly 4 months away. So whatever improvements they're going to make through this community feedback that they're asking for probably isn't going to be made for launch, with how close that we are. But we'll see. It's something that I would like to play. It depends how they price it. If it's a full price game, it looks to me like a bit of a harder sell. And it depends what they do with the next gen stuff, and if there's next gen upgrades and things. I'd hope we'd be at a point where that is just built into it. I can't say graphically this excited me either. And not every game needs to be the most stunning graphics ever. It's all about the gameplay loop. And if you've been following the Solasta campaign that we did, the Solasta Crown of the Magister, it's not the prettiest game, but it just plays very well and it's great with friends. If they can tap into that with this, it's got legs. I don't know how far it will walk, but it's got legs. Overall, I can't say I'm in love with this idea. I certainly would have preferred more of an emphasis on solo play or co-op non-PvP stuff, but they're clearly going for a big, massive open world style game, which Ubisoft always does and usually fails. But we'll see. Try and keep an open mind, that's what I'm going to do, and maybe we'll get to play it at some point later on this year. Here we go. Let me know what you thought in the comments though. I'll be very interested to see how people have reacted to this, and I'm probably going to have a little look on Twitter and see what the reaction was, because on this video they disabled comments, which is always a worrying sign, especially with something that's due out to launch in a few months. But let's see. Hopefully this is going to be good. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.